And we finally come to the sixth and final volume of X from Darkhorse Comics, the revival, I guess you could say, of the character of X. Oh boy. I've been kind of teasing it for a while, for the past two reviews, if you hadn't noticed already. But man, I enjoyed a lot of X, but this volume really just, this is the final story. This is the final story arc of the run in X. And man, does it leave a lot to be desired. There was so much left to be desired in this storyline. Because I feel like either the book got canceled before Drazinski could go any further with this series, or before it could really take off of what he was trying to do, or he thought he was just being like, oh, I can finish it here and do another comic, when that never happened. So yeah, I don't know what the whole ins and outs were, but yeah, this final volume left so much to be desired. Because it's really, rather than, a four-part storyline of explaining how X got his abilities, or his connection to Carmine Tango, who's still alive, and Gamble, who's also still alive, from volumes 3 and 4, it goes back to the other thing that was going on in Volume 4, this is essentially a backdoor pilot for a revival of the character called the Mark, who, for those who are unaware, the Mark is another Dark Horse hero who, in his comic, came from a made-up country called Lutsany, which is under control of this white supremacist by the name of the Archon, who is this superpowered kingpin, in a sense. We saw his new version, along with the Chosen, attacking Arcadia in Volume 4, which again, this in Volume 4 felt like a backdoor pilot to it. So the first two-parter is dealing with the introduction of the Mark and the return of the Archon, and both of them who are superpowered, we don't know why, attacking the city. We also get some information from an old guy in a bar. They don't explain anything, and this is the biggest sin of the X book, is that it doesn't explain shit. It teases you with ideas and what have you, and it swears it's going to pay off. It promises it's going to pay off for you at some point, but goddamn does it not. Like, seriously. I don't know if that was, intentional by the writer, because maybe he thought he had more time with the comic, or that he had, he thought maybe, hey, maybe I can do this as an artistic thing, that was a writing choice of, keep a lot in the dark, because they don't explain anything with the Mark or the Archon, or what their whole backstory is, or even X's backstory, and they had a chance to if they knew that because they probably would have given Drazinski and his creative team, a heads up, right? They could have given him a heads up, to the book, I imagine, hey, we're canceling the book, but no, it's a backdoor pilot in the first two-parter, and the other two-parter is dealing with some random people trying for body modification. Yeah. And then it goes back to the shit with the Mark. Alright, here's how the story ends. X gets a message from the Mark saying, hey, the Archon is a dangerous guy and I need your help, essentially. And he goes, well, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to let him attack Arcadia. And yeah, and by the way, X has a super hard-on for his city. He is really one of those dark heroes that's like, my city screams, and I'm the only one who can answer it. It's like Frank Miller Batman being what Frank Miller Batman wants his Batman to be. Oh my god, it is something. It is something to behold. Anyway, I hate to sound like I'm shitting on this. I really do, because I really enjoyed the first 3 volumes. Volume 4, really, the trains were coming off the track. Volume 5, well, it did have its faults, felt it made me go, okay, we're back to normal. Volume 5 is back to basics. Volume 6, yeah, the train suddenly went off the rails again, and gave me a lot of unsettled answers. And this is the 6th and final volume of the comic. WTF, guys? Like, seriously. And I really, like I said, I really enjoyed the first 3 volumes of the series, of the first 3 volumes of the series of X. But yeah, like I said, man, did it come off the rails. It's kind of like in Godzilla Rulers of Earth, where we had first 3 solid volumes, and then volumes 4 through 6 just kind of fell apart. But at least with Godzilla Rulers of Earth, at least that conclusion was handled a little better. Even, you know, they basically gave us all the answers and shit in their last few issues, rather than, you know, keep it all up in the air and do a backdoor pilot for something else, like this comic was trying to do. But, yeah, we still don't get any messages with X. Also, Lee Ferguson, still a shit character, because now she's, like, still bitches about X, but also, like, is now, I guess, in love with him? Alright, I guess Stockholm Syndrome for the win, or something like that. But whatever. Oh man, volume 6 was such a letdown, and I'm sorry, and I feel bad because Chris really got me these volumes. And like I said, I really enjoyed the first 3 volumes, and even while volume 4 had, you know, a lot of, you know, volume 4 felt like it was coming off the rails a bit. Volume 5 brought me back, but then volume 6 just really, this whole series got killed for me because of how everything turned out in this storyline. So, yeah. So there you go, guys. Volume 6, major letdown, and again, this was the you know, it feels like at the ending of Lost, where you still have a lot of questions and you don't understand why they did that. But anyway. So you guys tell me in the comments below, if you've read X, what did you think of this? Just comment below, let me know. And if you're new here, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our videos, and also remember to Hulk smash our subscribe button, Hulk smash that subscribe button, and be a part of Earth's Mightiest Subscribers. And if you would, just to help out the channel, share all across all forms of social media with your friends, your family, and those weird people you know online who follow you and you don't know why, and maybe you think they're bots, but maybe not, who knows. I'm DPZ. Hope you all enjoyed this review regardless, and once again, we will see you right here once more in the universe.